We'll test it out. It'll be hard to say because we got a lot of equipment around us that we don't want to end up kind of scratching up or ruining. So we'll see what happens with that. Got to ask the question: is the Sabi-san's filling up more now that the summer is coming? I don't know if you mean for like tourist-wise. I'm not too sure. There's like some slower days than others, and I'm not too sure what's normal. As for the animals, it's hard to say. I think when the rains start to come, more animals will be out, but of course it'll be a little bit more of a challenge because I guess everything out here gets really green and the bush gets really thick, so it'll be kind of harder to spot out, which will be a little bit more of a challenge for us to kind of capture with the camera so that you guys can see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that soon we'll start to see some of the migrating birds and animals slowly returning. So it'll be kind of interesting. And I'm just wondering, like, when Peter kind of comes back, or if I can see Tex, and I'm just wondering with all these different leopards that we've seen in a short amount of time, I'm wondering if this is a natural thing. You know, have they ever kind of seen about the 5 or 6 different leopards that we've seen in the past like week and a half? If that's been a normal thing, or if it's new. And don't think I can really move the camera, but people get asked, like, do critters ever come in? We have another house gecko up above, but unfortunately this camera in the FCC right now won't be able to pick that up. So yeah, that's just one of our little critters that comes into camp. Yep, and more reptiles are actually starting to awaken from their kind of hibernation to where the other night we did see a small Mozambique spitting cobra, so the snakes are slowly starting to come out, which will be interesting. I just got asked a question if we see jackals much in the area. I have not, but I've only been here just a little over a week now. I'm not too sure if they get them in this area. I'm sure they'll probably get some, but I'm not too sure how frequent. Alright, the temperature is a little bit warmer than it has been, which is kind of nice. So I'm thinking like maybe 25 to like maybe 28 degrees Celsius or centigrade range, which I'll have to look quickly at what that is in Fahrenheit. Yeah, we do plan to leave the gecko there. Because it will probably eat little insects and all that. And we usually just kind of let whatever wildlife kind of comes into our camp. We just share our space with them, and the only times that we'll chase away some of the vervet monkeys is if they've gotten into our kitchen, which they happened to get in yesterday and took some of our bananas, which was interesting. And then there's this one little youngster, it's probably maybe about a year old or so, that's kind of gotten pretty brave and just kind of sits there and watches me. And when I was in the kitchen today, I kind of hopped up on there's a small window on the outside that he just hopped up on a little ledge and was kind of staring at me for most of it. So those are some of our regulars. Yeah, it looks like Karen mentioned that there were 2 side-striped jackals that hung around some of the watering holes around here, so I guess we are in the area, and like I say, I'm learning a little bit more about the area and the normal animals that come in. But that's one of the great things about the Wild Earth community is we've had some viewers that have been with us from the start, and they're really good at keeping track of everything. So if you have other questions, you can just kind of chat in on the chat line as you're seeing. So that's one of the things that I love about this is the instant feedback, and now how everybody's so into everything, and some of you guys have logged everything. And hold on a second, Peter's on the radio. Peter, go ahead, and just to let you know we're doing WeChat.
Cool, Simon, how's it? Hello, everyone. Simon, I'm just doing a quick check on the drivers. Can you get picture there from us?
Yes, we have picture from you.
Also working. Thank you very much, and I'll come to how to do this now.
Copy that. Yep, it is kind of nice and warm now, and it'll probably get hotter throughout the day. As Texan mentioned this morning, like when we first started out at 6 a.m., the sun was already coming out, and so it'll probably be a hot day. uh, we might be expanding. We're hoping to expand in the next little while. So yeah, just kind of keep your eyes posted because we might have job openings. I don't know how about that because I had a comment. Someone who wanted to have my job, please. Where I'm sure you can always just kind of email Graham and Emily, see if they ever have any openings. So. And they do kind of keep in contact with people. Like I said, it's back in October, November is when I first applied, and they had filled the position up, cameraman position up, and they just kind of kept my name on file. And it was about a month ago when they emailed me again, seeing how things were going and seeing if they wanted me to apply. So just kind of always kind of keep your eyes and ears open. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are kind of jealous of the jobs that we do here. Like where I worked with the Georgia Sea Turtle Center on Jekyll Island, Georgia. There's a lot of people there, and it's kind of it's primarily run by volunteers, and then there is about a dozen or so full-time staff members, and all of them were like, "Oh man, we're so jealous. We want to be there. We want to go there." So, and I've been kind of updating with everything that I've been seeing, and I always get, "Oh, I'm so jealous. You saw this? So jealous." So it has been really fortunate, and I'm really loving it out here. And I do know that I'm very fortunate to have a job that I really do love. And Pee-wee's back, and then I think Peter might be popping in a little bit because they were just doing, when they radioed me, they were just kind of checking on their equipment for the week walks and just making sure that the video signal was coming back, which it is. So for Monday's we walk, we'll see if we have things back to quote unquote normal for everybody. To where I think there's always something new going on every day at Wild Earth with interesting technical things, such as like one of our monitors doesn't seem to be working, so that we can't really control the second camera of the watering hole. So we're trying to figure out what's going on with that. So we do apologize that if you're watching the watering hole and we're kind of panning and moving. Typically we'll use the second camera to find a shot and then cut to that, so that you guys aren't kind of getting the sea sickness or the motion sickness type of motion. But right now, unfortunately, there's some problems that we're trying to sort out that we're working on. So. Karen asked as I share things with my mom as well. I don't know how soon she'll come to visit because she usually is busy with work and doesn't like to ask for time off from work. But I'll try to get her out here at some point because she does like to kind of keep track of various things in the world, and she's very knowledgeable in everything, and I would just love to get her to travel to Africa at one point and kind of come visit. So I'm going to try my best to get her out here, as well as just some of my other family and friends. I have one of my brothers is always just comments on like how jealous he is of the various things that I've done, because I usually keep everybody updated with emails of the various things that I'm up to, like during my college years for some of the internships that I've had. I might be doing this or this, and he's like, he always comes back, I'm so jealous. so maybe try and get him out here. No, unfortunately, we still need a little bit more of time to prepare for a dance, so not on today's episode. Maybe later. We're kind of trying to work on the rattle in the back of our car. We're not too sure what's causing the one. There's one of the things that you kind of hear some of the times is the squeaking of the seat, and unfortunately, there's not too much we can